my fellow angels, welcome back to Angel Talks. I am Angel, welcome if you are new. So, if you can tell there's something different about me, that's because I'm actually kind of like in the middle of a breakdown at the minute, but if you're wondering why I've come on during the middle of a breakdown, it isn't for attention, it's to discuss something that I don't think is discussed well. It's discussed a lot, but no one really still understands it, and that is suicide. Particularly suicidal thoughts, is something that I'm going to be honest about, I struggle with a lot. And I'm going to talk to you about how on the outside someone may seem like they're so happy, confident, but on the inside they can be feeling so small, so weak. And yes, I have got a light over here just to brighten things up a bit. So today I'm going to be talking about my experience with this, and I will try not to cry, but I'm probably going to cry quite a bit. And I hope that me showing emotion can really help other people realise that it's fine to feel down, it's fine to not be okay, it's fine to talk about things. You can come to me if you want to, you can go to your friends. But yeah, that's what this video is going to be about, and it's actually 2 in the morning, which, yeah. Okay, so first of all, suicide is not, obviously a lot of people will know what it is, but in case you don't know for some reason, suicide is when someone kills themselves, and suicidal thoughts are thoughts about killing yourself or ending your own life. This could be for a number of reasons. My biggest reason is the fact that I don't feel good enough. And today I'm going to be discussing about how you should always check on people even if you think they're okay. Okay. So recently I have got some new friends and I'm very happy about that. No shade to my old friends, you were lovely, but we've moved on with our lives now, so I found myself a new set of friends, and they're the best I could have asked for, seriously, and they always know when I'm not okay, even when I'm pretending that I am, but social media doesn't really see that. So today I'm coming on here to talk to you about how appearances are appearances. Don't be fooled about what you can see. I'm going to go into a bit about social media today as well, because I believe that that's the next topic that I'm definitely going to cover. So if you're new, I would like to let you know that this isn't what I always discuss. Usually I'm talking about more positive things, but today I think this needs to be discussed. Okay, so we're going to start with how appearances are just appearances. So a lot of you who probably follow me on Instagram will probably say that I'm one of the happiest, most confident. Yeah, we've all heard that sentence before. Like, a lot of people would say that I'm happy and that I'm confident. And a lot of people I see I'd describe as happy and confident. But the layers of me are very deep. Like, I'll sit here and be honest with you if you want. Actually, you don't have a choice, but I'll sit here and be honest. You see all these photos of me and you'll say, oh, you look lovely, you look amazing, you look stunning. Deep down I still feel fat and ugly and unworthy. Deep down I feel like I'm not good enough. And everything I post on social media does not reflect me. I remember the other day I posted about how angles don't necessarily work for you, but work for other people. And when I took them photos, my friend left and I cried. Because I think that because I've got a bit of extra weight, no one's gonna like me. And a few weeks ago, I posted a confidence video I will insert it here, and I'm promising myself I will edit this because I'm going to be a wreck by the end of this video. And it was of me transforming myself into the best version of me. And I've never got hate on a post. I've never got hate on a YouTube video. I've got the silly comments every now and then. But I got hate on this video and it wasn't necessarily that bad. But someone commented on that post and said, and they I'm not going to say who because they don't deserve to be mentioned, but they commented saying, at person, I'm not going to say names, at person, what the fuck did I just open my phone to? Which some people may say, hey, they might turn that around and say a positive thing, but I've never got a comment like that. So instantly I felt self-conscious, I felt horrible, so I took that post down. And to that person, if you're watching this, please know that I spent that night crying because I thought I wasn't good enough. And I thought that I deserved what you said and what you were suggesting. Another thing about social media is that we always see the best of that person. So behind every photo shoot, and I'll be honest, that behind every photo shoot there's always going to be rubbish photos. We all know it. But with me in particular, like, I don't want to come across as like narcissistic, but the thing is I've had that said to me as well. But my point being is that I'm trying to be relatable, so I'm going to talk about me and my personal struggles with it, and then I'm going to help you at the end. Well, I'm going to try and help you through the video, but most of my advice will probably come at the end because I'm going to be a wreck. So I've actually forgotten what my last point was, so that's not good. But you've got this. Behind every photo shoot there's always the bad photos. And we all know it. There's always photos that we look at and go, fuck no. But I know that obviously some of us might go, ooh, I look a bit muggy there, or oh, that looks awful, or oh, I look horrible there, that angle wasn't flattering. With me, I look at a photo of myself, regardless on how good it is, and I say to myself that I'm ugly, that I say all these negative things. I call myself a bitch, a slut, any word you can think of, that's what I think of myself. Yet I come across on social media like the most confident plus size girl you could ever meet. I'll admit, I feel like that always in the back of my head, but sometimes I am happy. And more recently than not, I've been feeling so horrible about myself. Another thing about social media is that you might see people commenting on my posts, but me and that person don't speak in real life, which I don't mind. That people hyping up my post, you can be my best friend anytime you want, like seriously. But in particular, one person, as I've already mentioned, I've been called a narcissist, I've been called anything you could think of, I've been called it. And I tried to change myself in order to fit in with what other people's expectations were. And that was the most unhealthy thing I've ever done. I changed myself to become the caring best friend, but I became too caring, and that is possible. Instead of making sure my mental health was okay and making sure my eating disorder was okay, making sure I was eating right, making sure I was like brushing my hair, making sure, it's just the little things, making sure like I'd done my makeup properly. Instead of that, and my friends offered me support. Instead of taking the support that my friend was offering me, I asked this person to help me make sure that my friend was okay. And I know a lot of you will be like, oh, well, that's a good friend. And yeah, it is. But I should have been thinking about how I was feeling in that moment, because I was having a breakdown. I was in the middle of a breakdown, making sure my friend who was having a breakdown was okay. And I put myself last. But sometimes it's okay to be selfish, and I need to remember that. But I think a few people need to remember that as well. When it comes to suicidal thoughts, I want to talk a bit about that as well, and I know this can be a heavy subject, so obviously trigger warning is in place. But people struggle with suicidal thoughts every day. A lot of people can get them on and off, but there's a lot of us who do suffer with it every day. Some of the things that they think is along these lines: I don't feel good enough, no one understands me, no one cares, no one should care, everyone would be better off if I was gone. And I know a lot of people are probably thinking, how does she know that? I'm one of them people who on a daily basis thinks them things. I have written countless notes to my parents saying that I was going to end it all. I have been hospitalised twice. Both times I was trying to take my own life. I have regular checks on my arms by my parents just in case I'm cutting them up again. I have counselling appointments pretty much every week. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes of social media. You don't know what some people can be struggling with. Suicidal thoughts can be felt by anyone, which is why I implore you to check on the people that you love most, no matter how much you think they're okay. Confidence is this thing that you can fake until you make it, but the journey there is going to be a long one. The journey there is going to take you a long time. And I myself will watch this video back and I will take my own advice. If you're like me, but you don't know what to do, find help. I know so many people have probably told you to find help. And I know this has become less of a talk and more of a please. But please go and find some help. There are so many people out there who care about you. People need you more than you think they do. I know you think that people don't care, but they do. It's been proven to me loads of times, and I promise you they do. Now for suicide itself. There are a lot of people out there who you may know, and on the outside they come across as the happiest person in the world. But check on them all you can, even if they haven't got a past of being anxious, being depressed. Check on them regardless, because you don't know how they're feeling on the inside, what they might be keeping from you. If they're keeping things from you, then try to get them to talk. One thing that people like me comment quite a bit is, I'm fine. They are not fine. Unless they're just one of them people who just says, yeah, I'm fine. But if you think, in the back of your head, if something's saying to you, something's not right, check. Make sure that you're right or wrong. It's better to be safe than sorry. I'm not going to go into too many details about who this is, but I know someone whose wife saved their life. They would make sure in the showers that they weren't taking razor blades, they weren't taking sharpener blades, they weren't taking knife into the shower with them. My sister saved my life. And yes, this is a very deep talk. My sister saved my life. My sister, my nieces and everyone was here one day and we were going out that morning. And I told them I was having a bath one because I needed to wash my hair. Because I planned to take my life that morning. I hid a knife in my towel. And my sister saw it and she went in and spoke to my mum, and my mum found that knife before I could do anything about it. And I am grateful to this day that my sister noticed. Another thing that you should all probably know about suicide is that everyone changes their mind at the last second. I know that if you know someone who has committed suicide, you're angry. You're upset, you don't know why they've done this to you. And being someone there who's been there, I can tell you now, they weren't thinking. They're just thinking about a way to escape. They're not, no offence, they're not thinking. They're thinking about things that their mind is telling them. They're not thinking straight. In their head it's saying to them that this is the only way out. This is the only way to make things better for them. And I've thought that loads of times as well. I have thought that it's the only way out, that it's the only way to make everyone around me feel better. But it's not. And I know that some people wish that they could tell suicide victims that they're loved, that they're cared for. If someone has gone that far already, there's not a lot you could have done. When it comes to me, I have impulses to do it. There have been times where I've almost done it, but my friends knew that I didn't want to. But the people who have done it, they changed their minds at the very last second, I can tell you that. The very last second before the last breath, they hit the floor, their blood drained. They regretted it, and they miss you. But they're with you every day. I don't know, this has become less of a talk video and more of a help video. But I want people to understand everything. So I'm going to title this video Social Media, Suicide and Suicide Prevention. Why it's not your fault. I'm going to talk now briefly about subjects, like briefly about each subject, like smaller brief things, and I'm going to give you advice on this. Because I think that a lot of people should know about this. Right. So social media is a good thing. We can talk with our friends, we can put photos. Now let's go to behind the scenes, everyone. You may see a very nice photo of two people together or a few friends together. You don't know what's going on behind that picture. The two friends who look very happy together in the corner might have had an argument about 5 minutes before or after that photo was taken, but they're acting like everything's fine for social media. One of them friends could want to shoot themselves in the head in that photo. You don't know. One of them friends could be thinking about sex, they could be thinking about how to come out with a secret, they could be thinking about harming themselves. You don't know how they feel. On social media, everyone acts fine. Now for the advice I'm going to give you about social media. Don't believe everything you see. And no, I don't mean the facts I don't mean the facts pages, I mean pictures of people. Don't believe all of it. Yeah, some of them may be genuinely happy, which is great. I'm not gonna say anything about that. But they might not always be fine. Another bit of advice I'd like to give you, and it's not so much about social media, it's in general, check up on people. I know that this is something that a lot of people feel strongly about, and yeah, this is something that should be taken very seriously. You need to check up on everyone you love, regardless. I check up on people that I don't even talk to. Every now and then I'll message a random person asking if they're okay. Every now and then I might message someone that I don't talk to anymore, just to say, how you doing? You been okay? You can vent to me if you need to, even if we're not friends. Which leads to my last point. If you need me, message me on Instagram and I will call you whatever hour you need me. Because I don't want anyone else to feel the way that I do. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Now, when it comes to suicidal thoughts, if you're struggling with them, the best advice I can give you, and I know that a lot of people have said the same, but take it from someone who knows what you're going through and has been in your place. You are needed. You are wanted. I care about you regardless on who you are, unless you're the person I mentioned in one of my previous videos. If you feel the need to commit suicide or to harm yourself, seek help, and help will be given to you. Even if it's a message from a friend, if it's a message to me, if it's a message to someone you don't even know. There are hotlines. The Shout hotline, Child line, the Samaritans, NHS 111. They are all here to help you. If you're under CAMS, talk to CAMS. If you don't have CAMS, go to your GP. So many people want to help you. You just got to make that small step first to ask for it. If you're someone who wants to help people with suicidal thoughts, or just in general wants to learn, if you want to help them, the best thing to do is to let them know that they are needed and that they are wanted. Because many people like me who have had suicidal thoughts or have tried to commit suicide will believe that they're not needed and that they shouldn't be here anymore. And we need to try and convince them people that that's not true. Suicide now. If you are dealing with a suicide, message me. Message someone. Message anyone. If you are struggling with a loss and you feel like you want to commit suicide, talk to someone. Please seek help. Even if it's from me, I will point you in a direction. I will try to help you the best I can. Now I'm going to talk about the last thing, and I know a lot of people say that I go on and on in these videos, but I don't care. Have your opinion. I don't care. Men's mental health. I promised someone that I'd talk about this. Girls, I know a lot of people do have the same views as me as this. Men, check up on your friends. Men, boys, men, whatever. Give your friend a message. Give all of your friends a message saying, hey, you okay? Every time you have the opportunity to, make sure your friends are doing good in their mental health. I couldn't give a fuck what anyone else thinks about men's mental health. It matters just as much as women's. I don't understand why people have to be so cruel about men's mental health. They are not here to be emotionless. They are not here to not care. They are human beings. If you believe that men should be emotionless and should not show emotion, and that makes them stupid, whatever you think, you are disgusting. You are a disappointment. And I know I just said everyone is wanted, but in this situation you need to take a good, long, hard look. If you can feel down, then men can feel down. In my opinion, if a man can cry into my shoulder and tell me that he is not okay, that makes him a man, not a boy. Men, it's fine for you to feel down. Please remember that regardless of gender, I am here for you and I want to help you. And I know that this has been a very tough video, and I apologise if I've been off on tangents. As I've said, I have been in the middle of a breakdown while making this, but I believe that you seeing my vulnerability will help you with yours. If I could come on camera and say this strong on camera for you, then you could do anything. So for now, my fellow angels, I am going to leave you. If this has depressed you, then please find something that will cheer you up. Please find something, or message me. Please find something to do with yourself. And I'll be back another day with another video. I hope you're well. I hope you're safe. Until the next video, angels, I am Angel Talks. I will see you in the next one.